Why would you throw it all away, Bond First Military? Man, people today will do anything. Yes, sir. It's your boy Snake Eye Bond First TV checking in. Salute to the military. Because without y'all, none of this would be possible. For dropping them bombs on that like button before we get lit. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Keep rocking with your boy Snake Eye, your favorite blogger, and rolling with Bond First TV, the latest channel on YouTube. And whatever you do in your life from here on out, man, don't play with that like button when you come to Bond First TV, man. Let's dive right into it, man. Nurse accused of getting patient pregnant was a Christian rapper who wanted to inspire the youth. In interviews and government documents, Nathan Sutherland painted an inspirational image of himself as an abandoned child who grew up with an empty belly in a Haitian orphanage, a doting dad who wanted to help those who had been dealt a difficult hand in life. His Christian music group Sleepless Soldiers rapped inspirational messages into churches and concert halls across the Southwest. He sought to start a transitional home for orphans and homeless youth. Though when those dreams were fizzled, y'all, he dove into an industry synonymous with caretaking. He became a nurse. That image is at odds with the man Phoenix police and prosecutors have presented to the world. The Hacienda healthcare nurse who violated his incapacitated patient and in a few days after Christmas became the father of her child. Yeah, this story has been making its ways around the U.S. Police arrested Sutherland on Tuesday and announced a day later the biggest development in the Hacienda healthcare was since a female patient no one knew was pregnant gave birth December the 29th. Sutherland, a licensed practical nurse, was at least partly responsible for the care of the victim, who is 29 and has been a patient of Hacienda since the near drowning at the age of 3, y'all. She has been there for a long time, 26 years. Others who work for Hacienda, including the CEO, and the doctors who treated the unnamed patient, have resigned or just suspended as the criminal investigation intensified. After the baby was born, police sought to collect DNA samples from all the male employees who had access to the patient, of course. Sutherland gave his sample on Tuesday morning. Officials said hours later, he was in handcuffs. Boy, you got to be a nasty joker. Allegedly. Before going to work at Hacienda in 2011, Sutherland led a quasi-public life. He and his sister formed Sleepless Soldiers, a Christian rap group. According to a biography, they were inspired by a scripture in the 6th chapter of Ephesians, which speaks of wearing spiritual armor to protect yourself against the faith-breaking difficulties of life. Y'all, what's wrong with your boy, man? What is going on with this man? He seemed like he had it all together. Why would you throw it all away, Bond First Military? Mr. Sutherland, what happened? Because they say you got your DNA, man. So I'm saying allegedly because we don't know the outcome of this case. But if they saying they got your DNA, man, it's pretty much a closed case, man. If they got your DNA out of everybody and you was partially responsible for her care, then I'm going to have to go ahead and reasonably say that you definitely did something. But we're going to see how it play out, y'all. I got the video of my man, Mr. Sutherland, in this doing this arraignment this morning, and just letting you know, man, it's just crazy how how things happen, man. Incapacitated patient becomes pregnant. They didn't know she was pregnant. Next thing you know, they taking DNA from all the staff at the hospital, and Nathan Sutherland was the one they came up with the DNA. So we're going to see how it play out. I got the video coming up next. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Subscribe to Bond First TV, man. We doing big things in 2019, man. And don't play with that like button when you come over here, man. Yes, sir.
Mr. Sutherland, may I have your full name, please?
Nathan Darcy Sutherland,
And your date of birth?
3/31/1982.
Mr. Sutherland, you're here on 1 count sex assault, a Class 2 felony, 1 count child or vulnerable adult abuse, a Class 2 felony. The court is not appointing an attorney. Your next court date will be January 30th at 8:30 in the morning in the Superior Court downtown.
In regards to Mr. Sutherland, Judge, he's been a resident and lived in Arizona since 1993. He is without any prior record, whether it be misdemeanor or felony. He has family here, including younger ones. There is no direct evidence that Mr. Sutherland has committed these acts. I know at this point there is DNA. Mr. Sutherland will have a right and have his own DNA expert as well. We don't know the specifics yet, but the evidence is minimum. He is without prior criminal record. He's employed. He has lived here for a sufficiently long period of time.
Mr. Sutherland, the court, based on everything I have reviewed and what I've heard this morning, the court is inclined, or is going to order, rather, a cash-only bond of $500,000 with electronic monitoring. If you post this bond, the bracelet will be put on your ankle prior to your release from jail. You will be on house arrest. That means that you may only leave your home during the hours approved by your pretrial officer. Mr. Sutherland, please step to your right so that you can sign for your conditions. That concludes the 11 o'clock calendar. The court will